What's up, guys? Commish Coach 704. It's been a minute since I did a video, but it's been busy as hell with the high school football stuff I do and work just being crazy. But these are going to be the next power rankings, and like I always do, I'm going to start at the bottom, work my way to the top, say a little something about each of you guys. Last place, number 32, are the Brooklyn Bulls, and they should have just stayed in Houston because ever since they have moved, they haven't won a game. A lot of talent on that team, and hopefully they'll get it turned around pretty soon. But underachieving right now. And I can say the same for number 31, Carolina Panthers. I took the Chargers this year to try to make things more fair in the league, and I gave up the Panthers. And old school, you're letting me down, man. You got to do better. Too much talent to be number 31. Number 30, the San Francisco 49ers. We all know that's a turnaround project. They had a pretty good draft, and they gotta need another good one to really move up to that next middle level. 29 are the Black Knights. The former Raiders are another, somewhat disappointing. I know he missed some games because of work and stuff, but only one win on the season, and that's deceptive. He's a tough opponent, and I'm sure he's going to improve as this season continues to go on. Number 28 are the New York Jets, who just left. I sent him a DM last night at Advance, and I saw he read it, and then I looked at the game, and I was just finishing up practice, and I saw Matt Forte was starting, and I'm like, oh, that's weird. And I go and look in the news, and then saw that he left. And I'm like, well, what the hell? I guess, didn't like the challenge. He last played the Chiefs, so I blame the Chiefs on that one. Number 27 are the Miami Dolphins. They were a playoff team last year, but they're 2-6 this year, and kind of struggling a little bit. Miami doesn't have a ton of talent either, so I think they'll need a really good draft. But they're still in it in that division, which is you know what it is once again this season in the AFC East. Number 26 are the Green Bay Packers. They've missed some games due to travel and work, but still a very talented team with Aaron Rodgers leading those guys. And there's not someone you can take lightly. Number 25 are the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and it seems like they're always kind of in this area, but they try hard, and there's something that you said about trying hard, and that's a good job of trying. Number 24, Minnesota Vikings, and they're improving. Blackshear, second round pick, is one of the best receivers in the league when you look at the stats, and they're competitive this year, so I think they're going to take that next step next year and challenge for the division. Number 23 are the Baltimore Ravens, and he has a rookie receiver that's in the top among stats also. And I know he's been trying to figure out quarterbacks. So if they get a high pick, I expect them to take one of the top quarterbacks in the draft and try to continue to move on with the youth movement that's going up there. Number 22 are the Houston Oilers, and after being 10-6 last year, they're 2-6. And it's a tough, man. You got Jeff in that division as the Jags, and everybody else kind of beating each other up. It's a tough fight trying to get to the top. Only thing I would say is keep fighting and keep working, man. Keep working. Number 21 are the Philadelphia Eagles. 5 losses on the season, and I know I played them, and the big thing he's trying to figure out is how to use Jeremy Hill, and I tried to give him a little advice. But he's been corner crazy. We traded Bashad Breeland to him, and hopefully that'll solve some corner problems he's having on the outside. Number 20 are the Denver Broncos, who they tried to sell off some veterans at the deadline, and I don't think he made any deals. I know, and he told me that he's going to make some cuts in the offseason of some of these veteran guys, try to shed some salary, and replace those guys with younger guys. So they got some pretty good talent in Denver, but they are getting older. 19 are the Indianapolis Colts. Very good defense, offense. Like I said before, they have weapons, but they don't produce a lot. So, that might be something you want to look at there if you're the Colts. Kind of a down year compared to where they were last year. They're a playoff team right now. They're 3-5, I believe, and they're gonna have to make some moves, win some ball games to get playoff contention. Number 18 are the New York Giants, and I didn't really talk about this much, but we made a big trade right at the deadline. I sent Casey Hayward, corner, had 6 interceptions on the year, playing awesome this year. Sent him to New York for Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie, and I got a first-round pick out of that. He really wanted Casey Hayward, and Hayward, I tell you, if you play a zone defense, he's awesome. I mean, he's got like 91 zone, and he's got good catching, and Cromartie's a good player. I'm trying to figure out how to use him in my scheme because he's a great man corner, and we play a lot of zone. So, still trying to work that out, but it was a really good trade for us in San Diego, and I think it's going to help us in the future big time. Number 17, New England Patriots. They're tied for first place at 4-4 in the AFC East after a slow start. They've won, I think, 2 or 3 games in a row, and they're right there with our number 16 team, the London Monarchs, and they beat me last week on a last-second field goal in a game that was it was frustrating because I had Cardell Jones at quarterback, and he played really well for the most part. He just missed some critical throws in the red zone. One was an interception, and one he just overthrew a guy. We had to take a field goal, and those are the difference, in a tight game like that. So, number 15 are the I don't know what city they're in, but they're the Shamrocks. The former, I think it's Dublin. I think I gotta look. But all their rookies, they're sitting at 5-4, and they playing like rookies do. They play well at times, and then sometimes you don't know what the hell they're doing. So they're right there in the middle of the power rankings, and they're in playoff contention in the AFC. Number 14 are the Seattle Seahawks, also over 500. He's a good player. He was a good player last Madden. He just had to make a bunch of moves. And I saw Verrett had a 3-interception game, and those things happen. We got Cam Chancellor, who's been a beast this year, so it was a good trade for both sides. But that NFC West is very competitive with the Seahawks, Monarchs, and Rams all having really good years. Number 13 are the Cincinnati Bengals, and they're up and down this year. I think Dalton, I looked at the stats, he's leading the league in touchdowns and interceptions. I don't know how the hell that's possible. But that's the case in Cincinnati. So that tells you about pretty much the kind of season they're having, up and down, and they're kind of near the middle here. Number 12, yours truly, the San Diego Chargers. We're 5-3, and we should be freaking. I want to say 8-0. We lost by 4 to the Cowboys, 2 to the Monarchs, and 1 to the Chiefs. So I mean, I would like to get blown out because losing close just really wrecks my nerves. And I'm getting older. I'm 35. I don't need this kind of stress, but we are what we are. So that's where we are. Number 12. Number 11 are the Dallas Cowboys. And they're actually, as I'm filming this, they're playing the 49ers right now. But they are a 5-3 team on the year, 6-3. I can't remember exactly. But the biggest thing I can take away is Ezekiel Elliott's not dominating the league this year. He's in the top 5 rushers, but some people are starting to shut him down a little bit, and I think that's due to some of the tuning updates Madden has done with the game, which honestly. It frustrates me because you learn how to play the game one way, then they change something, and something else becomes a good thing, and then something else isn't working. So I don't know. I just leave it alone, man. At this point, just put your effort on Madden 18 and make it great, where we don't have damn invisible players tackling our ass in practice. All right, so here we go. Top 10. Number 10 are the Austin Desperados, who sit at the top of the NFC at 6-2. Very good defensive team. I think they might be the top scoring defensive team in the league. I have to double check that. But I told y'all he was going to come back and have a good season. He's been a good Madden player his whole career. And and he's showing it once again. Number 9 are the LA Rams, and Deontay's having some quarterback issues and was ranting about it. He signed Case Keenum. He tried this guy Ben Williams for a little bit, and he didn't work. But those guys, when they come back from injury, he's still gonna be in playoff contention, and he'll be one of the top guys to look out for in the NFC for sure. Number 8 are the New Orleans Saints, and our bad with me going out of the division has a shot at a division title. He's right there with the Falcons, who are number 7, and both of these guys are playing very well. Both very good players, and I believe they're tied for that division lead. Or I think the Falcons may have a half game because they haven't had a bye yet. But those two teams run the South, and I expect them both to be playoff teams in the NFC. And I think Matt Ryan is one of the top passers in the league this year also. And Brandon Cooks is a top receiver, if not the number 1 receiver. Number 6 are the Chicago Bears, who are, somehow they have a terrible touchdown to interception ratio pass, and I saw that. But they're getting it done with defense. They have 2 of the top interception leaders in Shazier and Floyd at linebacker, and I saw Ingram is leading the league in sacks with 12. So that's the way the Chicago Bears have always got it done traditionally under the Mike Ditka days. They're recreating the monsters of the Midway up there. All right, top 5. Number 5, Jeff and the Jaguars. So much talent on that team through trades and draft picks. They lost last night to the Marshals in a matchup that were both only had 1 loss on the year, and the Marshals pulled out a close game. Number 4 are the Conquistadors, and I tell you something, they have 3/4 wins and a sim win. So in my eyes, I'm still waiting to see, how good are these guys, and because of that, they're in a good position. But I want to see them beat, some stronger teams, and we'll see how that goes. Number 3 are the Cleveland Browns, and they're being led by Dakota Trent at quarterback. The guy I should have picked in the 3rd round, but I didn't. And he's having a really good year up in Cleveland. The second coming of Bernie Kosar. That's what I like to say. Some of y'all don't know who Bernie Kosar is. The one really good Cleveland quarterback that's ever existed, basically. Number 2 are the Marshals, former Arizona Cardinals, and this guy's come in and really been a great addition to the league. He's been active. He's a very good player, and I haven't had any complaints about him. So I say thank you to you for that. Number 1 are the Kansas City Chiefs, where all they seem to do is win football games, and they have a really good rookie running back in Waddle, and a young quarterback in Lehman. I know both of those guys will be really tough to stop for many years, probably the rest of the franchise for me, which is always fun. And they beat us by 1, in the first matchup, and I shouldn't have played. It was damn Friday night at, like almost 1 in the morning. I had been drinking and did my game, and I just said, fucking, and I played, and it just wasn't right. But anyways, those are the power rankings. Agree, disagree, let me know. If you have some, please share in the chat. Thanks for watching, and we'll do them again after week 12 or 13 or somewhere around there when I have time. Thanks a lot, guys. Appreciate it. Thank you for being a part of a top Madden league on Daddy Leagues, if we ever get Daddy Leagues back. That's another topic. I got some information on that too. The main thing I heard was they're working on the app, but they can't say anything else besides that they're working on it, which leading me to think I think there's some legal stuff that they're probably trying to work out, and I don't even know if we're going to have Daddy Leagues, honestly. So we're going to continue to try to, do some things. I'll stream more stats and standings and things like that, so at least you can go somewhere and look and see if you're not on the game. Alright guys, it's 15 minutes, that's enough. Thanks for watching, good luck, we'll see you soon.